School last year. She's the 2024 Ballina Young Citizen of the Year. She's here with her mum and her 2 nanas and a contingent of supporters, all of the wonderful women in her life. We all need wonderful women in our lives. And Lucy was the 2023 Alstonville School Captain. And as a side gig, she co-runs a sourdough bakery with her brothers. They make sourdough loaves and sourdough pizza. They have a Facebook site, the name of which I can't remember, but Lucy will tell us. And then during the 2022 floods, this bakery provided bread to the evacuation centres. She's a really Now, in her spare time, when she's not doing that, when she's not studying and she's not baking, she coaches her brother's soccer team, just for shits and gigs, and supports younger students in debating teams. Please welcome Lucy Trease.
Sorry, everyone. I would like to acknowledge that we are meeting on Bundjalung land and pay my respect to all elders past and present. I'd like to extend that respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people here with us today. I'd like to thank Sue, Jeanette, Deb, and the View Club for organising and inviting me to this incredible event. It's the first time I've ever been asked to be a keynote speaker, so I feel so incredibly honoured, and it was one of my For those of you who don't know me, we got a little bit of an intro there, so this is basically the same, but my name is Lucy Trease, and I'm 18 years old. I live in Austinville, and I completed high school last year, and I was school captain of Austinville High. For the last 3.5 years, my brothers and I have established and run a sourdough bakery business, which is called Tall End Bakehouse. I love both coaching and playing soccer, and this week I started university at Griffith Gold Coast, and I was studying a Bachelor of Engineering and Environmental Science. I did my first maths test for this morning before coming here. So thank you all for having me for a relaxing afternoon after that. This year's International Women's Day theme is Inspiring Inclusion. Growing up, my family and community instilled in me the confidence to pursue my dreams and a sense of the power and impact that you can have on people's lives with even the smallest actions. Inspiring inclusion means creating a community where all women, regardless of their background, identity, or experiences, are part of a society that actively supports, encourages, and empowers them to reach their full potential. Your community might be your family. I'm lucky enough to have mine here with me today. Your school, your friends, your work colleagues, or your sporting team. Your community are your cheer squad. To be a part of such an incredible community is what inspires me. They have never left a doubt in my mind that I couldn't be whatever I set my mind to. It's through them that I have learned that success is not about grand gestures, but just doing the simple things well. I hope that when you walk out of here today, that we become part of your cheer squad, and that you feel strength, know your inner power, and that even something as small as a smile can have a big impact. Like many of you in 2020, we were stuck at home during lockdowns, COVID-19. To fill our time, my brothers and I completed our schoolwork and then would go to the kitchen determined to bake the perfect loaf of sourdough bread. We gave loaves to all our friends and families asking for advice and feedback. We experimented with different ingredients, bake times, and techniques until we developed our perfect loaf. We had noticed that around 15 years old is when so many people, especially girls, stop sport or extra activities because they start to work. And we wanted to be able to do both. The goal was to be able to keep playing sport, going to school, and doing the things we loved while also having a job. Owning our own business seemed like the best way to do that. Our parents and grandparents have all owned their own businesses before, so the idea seemed very achievable. We wrote up a plan and gave it to Mum and Dad, and thankfully I have such incredible parents that they let us at 15, 13 and 7 put our idea into action. My brothers and I developed a logo, got council approval and sourced bulk suppliers of ingredients. A few months and many taste tests later, our business, Tall End Bakehouse, officially began. When we first started, we were baking about 12 loaves a week, 2 at a time in a cast iron pot in our indoor oven in our house, so it was very time consuming. But over the years, the support has been incredible and we have been able to expand. We got a loan from our parents to buy our first industrial Rothko bread oven in August 2020. $5,000. It was a very scary thing at such a young age to spend so much money, but we had a plan to pay it back over our first 12 months and we managed to do it in 6. 3 years on, we now have the capacity to bake 30 loaves in a single bake. We stock at the local butcher, Austinville Quality Meats, and we have a large customer base. This Christmas, we had a record bake of 234 loaves in 3 days. There are definitely challenges when running a business. For us, it's mainly the science and changing weather factors that come with baking sourdough. The rising times of the dough can change depending on the weather, and there have definitely been a few times where we've missed the window to bake. So rather than being beautiful, airy sourdough, they're literally flat, dense pancakes. And these are the days where we rebake throughout the night so that we can still get loaves out to all our customers. While every venture has challenges, there are also so many opportunities that have come from owning our own business. As kids in business, we've been lucky enough to be able to visit schools to share our experiences and support kids doing enterprise projects. The goal is always to help them have the confidence to see their own potential and expand on their ideas. Everyone has a special power within them, and we just need to encourage and support that to allow them to blossom. The devastating floods in our region during 2022 saw many families cut off and left without essential food, supplies, and thousands of them were relocated to evacuation centers. It was a time where basic essentials to life, like food and shelter, were displaced. It was so incredible to see what a strong community we have in the area as people banded together to rescue, help, and support those in need. I wanted to be able to do my part to contribute as well. So using all the supplies we had on hand, I baked bread daily and delivered it to evacuation centres around our region, including Lismore, Gunnellabar, Austinville and Wardell. It was so rewarding to see this skill had allowed me to do something small to help at a time when the community really needed it. At the time, my beautiful mum was diagnosed and went through treatment for breast cancer. It was a scary time for our family, but it reminded me the important things in life. She's the strongest person that I know, and she has taught me the power of a strong mindset and kindness. Sorry. Amelia Earhart once said, I arrived here by the way, and the quotes on my table was Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart once said, some of us have runways already built for us. If you have one, take off. But if you don't have one, realize it is your responsibility to grab a shovel and build one for yourself and for those who will follow after you. I love soccer, and I have been following our national women's team, the Matildas, for many years. So I was very excited last year when Australia co-hosted the Women's FIFA World Cup. During the tournament, it was incredible to watch the build-up of talk, hype, and encouragement of our women's team. It has been amazing to see the flow-on effect that this has had. Even on a local level, I see so many girls jumping in and giving soccer and sport a go in general, and I just think that's so incredible. I watched as little boys and girls walked to school dressed in green and gold with the names of their favourite players on their back: Sam Kerr, Hayley Raso, Katrina Gorry. I witnessed this women's team become a common dinner table conversation, and I saw Australia come together to support them in a way I have never seen before. I think this is just one example of the impact that visibility can have on inspiring inclusion and the power of sport to bring people together. Matilda was Australia's National Word of the Year in 2023 as the game, players and team's reputation grew. It is amazing to think about the impact that broadcasting, presence, and visibility of this event and team has on the next generation. The Matildas semi-final against England was the most watched event in Australian history, beating even Kathy Freeman's iconic gold medal run in the 400 meter Olympics. 400 meter at the Olympics in the 2000s. Something I find striking about both Kathy Freeman and the Matildas is that their runways were not built for them. They persevered and built their own paths so that future generations could be inspired. As a passionate soccer player, I have loved sharing my knowledge by coaching my littlest brother's soccer team, the Austinville Stingrays, since they began playing under fours in 2018. I love seeing the growing presence of girls participating in sport, even at a local level, and I think the most rewarding part has been having the same team come back year after year and getting to witness these kids grow not only as players, but as people on and off the pitch. Last year, I had the honour of attending the International Women's Day event in Sydney, as I was nominated by our beautiful friend Vanessa in the One to Watch It category. I got to hear stories from incredible women across our state that are all doing their part to bring people together and create platforms to inspire others to do the same. To top it off, being named the Ballina Shire Young Citizen of the Year is just so humbling and such a huge honour, so thank you. Something that motivates me in everything that I do is knowing that I have the choice, that it can either be one day or day one of my goals and dreams. So, as much as possible, I encourage you to give things a go, take opportunities, and just start. As we celebrate International Women's Day, we not only honour the achievements of women, but also recognise the impacts of inclusion and empowerment. So how can you help build a society which supports women to feel valued, empowered, and actively included in every aspect of society? Speaking up. Use your voice to tell your story and speak your mind. Spark important conversations amongst women that encourage genuine discussion. Building bridges. Connecting with other women who share similar values is key in creating a space where everybody feels welcome. And championing each other. Being each other's cheerleaders will create a sense of power and belonging that is so important in progression. In turn, women can build confidence in growing and knowing their own value and worth. Addressing these things can help achieve true inclusion and make the world a fairer, more inclusive place where everyone has a chance to shine and maximize their full potential. Just to be clear, the rise of women is not about the fall of men. I have very inspiring and supportive men in my life too. The goal is for everyone to inspire each other. For me, my journey has been a series of a lot of small steps, including some backwards, that have allowed me to be where I am right now. If there's one thing that I have learned, it's the importance of making the most of every opportunity and building a strong community around you. Surround yourself with people who support and believe in you and your goals, and together there is no limit to what you can achieve. While International Women's Day serves as a powerful platform to raise awareness and inspire action, true progression requires a sustained commitment to inclusion beyond a single day. So today, I encourage you all to talk to the other powerful women in this room around you. Use your voice to share your stories and find common connections, so that today we can start connecting and championing each other. Together, we can inspire each other to embrace our uniqueness, encourage each other to pursue our dreams, and empower each other to make a difference in the world. Thank you.
The first outing to speak to privileged darling. I can really